Hello, my name is Casey Berlau, and I'm the superintendent of the Carroll Community School District. Today I wanted to talk to you about two topics. I wanted to give you a brief idea of what we do when we have professional development days and talk a little bit about the importance of professional development. January 15th was our most recent professional development day, and that day was like a lot of our days have been, in that our teachers reported to their buildings and they spent time in their building working with their colleagues on a variety of different topics. At the elementary, they spent some time deepening their level of understanding about progress monitoring and best practices in terms of how they monitor student progress, and then also how they evaluate what the data is telling them, and then make decisions in the classroom to better serve students. At the middle school, they were meeting in teams, and they spent time talking about PBIS, which stands for Positive Behavior Intervention Supports. This is something that they're implementing for the first time in the building this year, and so it's a great time for them again to collaborate and talk about what they're seeing, what's going well, what areas they need to consider improvement in, and then also they gather data and looking closely at that data to see what it's telling them about how effective PBIS is at this point. So that was what the middle school was doing. At the high school, they were meeting in teams as well, and then they also had some time where they were interacting with a parent panel, asking questions and getting feedback from them on several different topics. So that's how that morning was spent in our district. In the afternoon, since it was the end of a semester, they had time to work in their rooms and wrap up this first semester and then prepare for second semester to start. That day it looked like a lot of our PD days do. One thing that you can be sure of is that our professional development days are scheduled in that there's a set agenda that's well planned and thought out, and it's based on needs that we're seeing, and those needs can come from data, they can come from observations, they can come from feedback from teachers. So it's time that we know it's valuable, and we utilize that time, I think, to the best of our ability each time we have PD. So if you ever have questions about what we're doing in the area of professional development, please contact me or one of our principals and ask those questions, and hopefully we can get you the answers. Secondly, I want to talk a little bit about weather decisions, and it's a real relevant topic because today we're dealing with a weather situation. These are difficult decisions. Any superintendent's going to tell you that it's one of the more difficult decisions that they make. And I wanted to give you an idea of what the process that we use and that we go through when we are faced with these situations. First of all, we're monitoring the forecast closely, well in advance. Usually a week or so, they start talking about systems that we could be dealing with. And so when that event hits, then when I say we, our transportation director, Jeff Cullen, and myself, we go out and check roads. We don't check every road. We don't even get to each part of the school district, but we do try to go out and get a sense of what the road conditions are and whether or not our buses could safely travel down those roads, whether students could, whether staff can. And we then we also at the same time we're in communication with our neighboring school districts to find out what they're thinking and what they may be doing. We take that information that we've gathered, and then we have to make a decision. And there's no place that we can consult to say this is what you should do or not do. It's a decision that we have to make. And so we also know full well that some folks are going to agree and some are going to disagree with the decisions that we make. In the end, we do try to make a decision based on what we think is best for the safety of our students and staff. And then once that decision is made, we then contact our families and our staff through our mass communication system. That's the phone call that you get. Maybe you get a text, but that comes from our mass communication system. We then contact our local radio station so they can get the announcement out. And we also contact the television stations in Des Moines. We use KCCI Channel 8 and WHO Channel 13. The other place that you can go to get that information is through our social media channels if you're on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram would have those announcements as well. So that's a little bit about how we make the decision and how we communicate the decision. And we hope that you understand that we are making decisions based on what we feel is best, given the conditions, given the information that we have. We know we're going to get some right and we're going to get some wrong, and we appreciate your support in both situations. So finally, I just want to remind you we have a lot of activities this winter, and if you haven't had the opportunity to come check out our students participating in those activities, check our calendar on our website and find an opportunity to come see what they're doing. And we just thank you for the support that you give our school district. We have a lot to be proud of here in the Carroll Community School District and a lot to be excited about as we go forward. I look forward to the coming months and hopefully some warmer weather. I want to leave you with just a message of stay safe and stay warm. And we look forward to school next week. Go Tigers!